All right, guys. Well, welcome to my spring beaver trapping edition here. I'm going to be running a series. I'm going to be hitting these beaver pretty hard here this spring, I think. I caught 26 in the fall just on my coon line. And I'm going to give these beaver this spring here everything I got. I'm going to be running about 60 drowners. And we're going to see what's going to happen. The goal is 100 total. So 26 in the fall. We're shooting for 74 here this spring. So I don't know if it's doable or not, but I mean, I've never done anything like this, but we're going to give it everything we got and we're going to see what happens. So this is going to be the scouting edition of the beaver series here. Getting it started off here at a bridge that's pretty good. I'll take you guys down there to take a look at it. I'll show you kind of what I'm looking for when I pull up to a spot. They're always fun to get down to too, especially when it's snowing like right now. See if I can get down here without falling. But yeah, so I'll mark all these water systems on my computer, and I'll come down here and I'll look at them like this one right here. And I would deem this is definitely big enough to hold a beaver, or a traveling beaver in the spring at least. You know, these beaver in the spring, they're kicking their 2-year-olds out. They're gonna be swimming up all these creeks. So those are the ones we're after, the traveling beaver. It looks like there's a heck of a coon run over there too. Missed out on that one in the fall, but yeah, I would definitely deem this creek is worth putting a drowner in. Hopefully we'll pick up one here, but we'll see what happens. You know, I think total so far I got 65 to 70 locations marked that I deemed as good enough for a beaver. By good enough, I mean basically just big enough to drown them suckers in. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and mark that one down and we'll be moving on. All right, so what I'll normally do is I'll pull up to a creek and I'll usually just park on the bridge like I am right now. And then I'll get out of the truck and I'll kind of just take a look from the bridge, and that'll kind of give me an idea of what's going on. So let's go do that. If you look down here, you know, creek's obviously plenty big. It's got some steep banks, which is definitely where I'll be putting my stick with caster on it, and a good old TS-85 to block that. But yeah, this creek's big. It's probably gonna produce some good beaver too, but I'll kind of just get out and I'll take a look at both sides. If it's this big, you know, it's almost a guarantee that there's gonna be some sort of beaver or something in it. So this is gonna be a good one too. I'm pretty pumped about this one. We'll see what happens here in a couple weeks when we got traps in the water, but on to the next one. So I almost drove right past this. If you can see, we got one dam right there, and then behind it, there's a pretty good sized beaver dam there. That's, wow. I'll see if I can get closer to it for you guys. Oh, here we go. It's a little slick out here in cowboy boots. I can't go all the way to it because that's past the public right of way, but yeah, you can get a look at that smaller one at least. It's right there. The bigger one behind it. Yeah, that one behind it there is a pretty nice one. There'll definitely be a drowner going in here for sure. I'll probably put it down in here somewhere below them dams, just to see if I can't capitalize on one coming over them. But I can see they got a crossover on that dam right over there, so they're definitely coming over the first one at least. We'll see if I can't get one of them to come over that second dam, see if I can't capitalize on them. But yeah, there's for sure some beaver in here. All right, guys, we're at another one here. This one looks pretty good too. I mean, again, you know, there's no real sign down there, as you can. Oh, never mind. I take that back. That tree right there, if you can see that, it's got some chewing on it right there. I don't know if I can see any other sign down there as far as beaver goes, but we'll see. Take a look. Not really, but they're definitely here. You know, the creek's definitely big enough to hold them, so definitely going to be throwing a drowner in this one too. We'll keep going. All right, y'all, repetition, same thing as usual. Big creek right here, or river, whatever you want to call it. I call everything a creek basically, but another big one here. This is definitely going to hold some beaver. I can see over there. Let's see if I can get it over there. There's a couple little trees that got some chewing on it, so definitely beaver in this one too. Looking good, looking good. We'll keep rolling. All right, so I'm at this creek here now, and it looks like we got a slide heading up to that cornfield there on this side. Even though this creek ain't very big, there's got to be a dam in it somewhere though, because it was not this high downstream. Then if you come over here, you take a look, got your creek, but then there's that little inlet right there, or feeder creek, whatever. There's a bunch of roots underneath there, and right there, I'm pretty sure is a bank den. So we might be throwing a 330 in this one as well here once we get to setting it this spring. But yeah, this one looks pretty good too. Repetition, all it is. Find all the water systems. This one's definitely big enough to produce and hold some beaver, so on to the next one. All right, well, we're at another one here. This road's kind of closed off. They ripped the bridge out, if you can see. They ripped the bridge out of it, so there's no more bridge, but still in the public right away. I can see a big beaver slide down there. And on my way down here, I'll walk back over here. But there's a whole bunch of trees that are chewed off right over here. Right there, if you can see that. That one and that one, those are both chewed off. So yep, definitely going to be throwing some traps into this one too. There's a bunch of saplings chewed off on the other side of the creek too, so looking forward to this one. On to the next one. All right, guys, I just came up to this creek and I looked down here. Check that out. Big old beaver dam. And then up there, right in there somewhere, there's another one. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but definitely going to be one worth trapping. That dam right there, that's nice. I'd have to guess it's probably 4 foot high, maybe more. I don't know. That's a nice dam though. Pretty pumped to trap this one too. There's a lot of willows and stuff up in there, so there definitely should be some beaver up here. Hopefully we can catch them. On to the next one. Well, I think this is gonna be the last one for the day here, guys. Oh man, look at that coon trail right there. Yep, you can see that plain as day. That's a heck of a coon trail. But yep, this creek's gonna be the last one that I'm gonna look at today anyways. Pretty good size. Definitely big enough to hold some beaver. So, yep, I'm gonna wrap it up for today though, guys. There may be a part 2 to this series. I got a lot more stuff to scout yet, and if you guys like this video, then I'll definitely make another one here before we get at it here in a week or two. But yep, thanks for watching, and I really hope you guys follow along this season. It's going to be fun. I'm going to push it unlike I've ever pushed it before for beaver. We'll see what happens. I'm going to give her heck, that's for sure. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching.